for tuning in. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this super fabulous gingham crop top with a bow tie back. What's going to make this tutorial different from the other tutorials out there is that this crop top has side darts, so it has bust darts, and that's really going to kind of mold to the shape of your boobies. Layer it with something like an oversized denim jacket or an oversized black blazer. Let me know what's a third way that you could rock this crop top in a colder climate.
To make the front part of our shirt, we're going to need a pattern that looks like this, and each letter represents the measurements that you'll need to take. Add seam allowance to all of the lines except for the measurement A line. If you're not going to add darts to the front of your crop top, you can just skip ahead to 459 and then skip again to 535. Connect the lower third section to the apex. It's super important that you don't cut all the way through this line because you don't want to separate the pieces. So just stop right here. Again, you don't want to cut all the way through this line. You just want to stop right here. Now you should have 3 pivot points, one right there, one right here, and then the third one here. Now we want to draw a line that's about a ½ inch away from here. And if you have bigger boobs, then you're going to do about 1 inch or more. Now we want to extend this line all the way out. Tape down the pattern just to keep all of the pieces in place. Measure the distance of this open space and just write it down so that we can refer to it in the future. From the apex, you want to draw a horizontal line all the way outside of the pattern, and then we're going to just tape down the pieces, and then we're going to measure 1 1/4 inches down and make a mark from the horizontal line. From the apex, we're going to measure 1 1/4 inches out and make a mark, and then we're just going to connect those 2 points, and that's going to be our new dart basically. Now we want to make a crease out of this line, and the easiest way to do that is to just put it along the edge of a table and then just kind of make a dent so that it's risen like so, and then you can make a crease, and you're going to take that crease and you're going to line it up to that other line like so, and you're basically closing your dart and creating a 3-dimensional pattern. And now we're just going to close the pattern like so with our ruler. And that is our final pattern. So we're just going to cut it out all around the edge and we'll have our new pattern. Once you take it off, this is what your new pattern will look like, and you need to just kind of trace the darts so you can understand where your darts are going to be. And there you have your new pattern. So you're going to fold your fabric in half, and then you're going to lay your pattern onto the fabric and just trace the outer edge. If you're not making darts, then you can just go ahead and skip this part. But if you are making darts, then you're just going to pin your darts down through both layers of your fabric. And then you're going to lift it up, and then you're just going to make a mark wherever you see a needle. And then you're going to connect the lines like so. And then you're just going to do the same thing on the top part of your fabric. And once you're done, you'll see that you have your dart like so. Then you're going to just add seam allowance lines to the inside of the pattern like so. Then you're going to cut it out. And once you cut it out, it will look like this, and you want to just open the pattern and then just trace the seam allowance line all around the pattern like so. Now we want to basically just sew our dart, so we're just going to stick our pin through both lines like so, and then we're going to fold it in half until we have a crease in the middle between the lines, and then we're just going to transfer the pin so that we have pinned both layers. So we're going to grab the pin from the back, use our middle finger to push it through the front, the top layer like so. Okay, pretty simple. You're just transferring the pins, and you're going to repeat the same thing on the same side, and it should look like this. Then you're just going to sew the dart closed like so, and you're just going to stop at the end, and you're going to do this on both sides, of course, and it will look like this. We want to measure from our dart all the way down to the end of our pattern, and this is going to be the width for our pattern for the back of the crop top. You can make your pattern as wide as you'd like it to be, but mine was about 26 inches wide. I'm only going to add seam allowance to the sides and the bottom of my patterns because the top of my patterns are already hemmed. Take one of your patterns for the back of your shirt and line up the right side of both patterns to each other and pin them together. And then once you've done that, it'll look like this, and you want to just repeat the same thing on the other side. Once you finish doing that, you're just going to sew along the seam allowance line for both sides. Then you want to hem the edge of the pattern as well as all along the bottom of the pattern and the other edge of the pattern. I'm going to make my straps by just cutting out the bottom of my shirt since it's already been hemmed. I'm going to cut it into two pieces so that I have two straps, and then I'm just going to attach the straps to the top of the shirt like so, and then just do a zigzag stitch on both sides. Now I didn't like how my top came out because it looks too wide, so I decided to gather my neckline. You'll need an elastic that measures about half the distance between your two straps. You're just going to pin down the elastic, and you're going to stretch both sides of the elastic while you sew, and then it's going to gather your neckline. This is an optional step. You don't have to do it. I just thought it looked more fitting and cute. That is it for this tutorial. You guys be sure to check out my other video on what I did with the remaining scrap fabric from this project. As always, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out my playlist and other videos. Ciao!